Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to another writing lesson. So before I begin, I just want to make sure and remind you, I am writing a lot here, and writing can be really tough for first graders especially. So I'm not expecting you to write as much as me, and I'm really hoping that you get some ideas from some of my writing, and I want to show you how we bring our characters to life and use our senses and things like that. So don't worry if you're not writing nearly as much as me. I don't expect you to. You've all done a really great job using dialogue, meaning making your characters talk. So I really think that's helping all of your writing, and I'm super excited to read and watch you become better writers, even though you are learning at home. So it's actually been really exciting for me. So great job. Keep it up. I hope these are sort of helpful. So as you know, my story, Matt, he is picking flowers for Courtney, and he does not know that he's picking poison ivy too. So these green leaves will make a great bouquet. I have just got to my problem, and I have 2 full pages. Now, you may want to print out the pages that let you draw, and I encourage you to do that. I'll share more of the writing pages with you, so you may need to print out extra copies if you're using this writing paper, or some of you are even doing it in a journal, which is totally fine, but you can add pictures there too. So pictures will help you. I encourage you to add pictures. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing the writing part because you probably don't want to see me draw. It won't be of much help, but if I was in the classroom, we would be drawing too. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, I am just getting into my problem, right? So let's just read where I left off. I left off, the green leaves will make a great bouquet. I spelled the word bouquet wrong. I had to fix that. But this is a rough draft, exclaimed Matt as he picked them. And then I added this sentence. So Matt ran off with the purple lily and oily plants in his arms. And we know that this is a big problem because that oily plant is poison ivy. So now I'm starting to get into my problem, and it's going to get worse really fast. So try to set up your problem and have it get a little bit worse. So he ran off, and where is he going to go? He's going to go bring it to Courtney. And I'm going to use the senses again. So he heard Courtney playing as he got to her house. Again, using those senses. So I'm giving you these tools, and I just want you to practice using them, using the senses, using dialogue, making your character talk. So now once you have all these tools and you start practicing, you'll become a better writer, and practice makes perfect, especially with writing. So maybe the next story, you'll use even more of these, or maybe you'll get a couple ideas, but I'm using that sense of hearing. So he heard Courtney playing, so she was outside playing as he got to her house. Now, let's make our characters interact. Let's make them talk. Matt's going to tell Courtney, this is for you. Remember our quotation marks. Who is saying that? Matt is. He's going to say it. Matt boasted. He's bragging. This is for you, Matt boasted. Like he's showing off. This is for you. Courtney's going to love this, though, right? Because she loves purple lilies. So, how is Courtney feeling? Great. She is happy. So, what can we have Courtney do to show that she's happy? Instead of just saying Courtney was happy, that's what I want to say. But if I'm a great writer, I can say it in different ways. In great writing, you're able to say things that are simple, like Courtney's happy, in a different way. So instead of saying Courtney's happy, I'm going to say Courtney's eyes lit up. Isn't that such a better way of saying she's happy? That's great writing. I could have said Courtney was happy, but instead I said Courtney's eyes lit up. And she's going to do something that's going to make our problem worse. Her eyes lit up because she's happy as she stuck her nose. Uh-oh. So here's how my problem's getting a little worse. I have another page. Courtney's eyes lit up as she stuck her nose in the, see if I can spell it right this time, in the bouquet. So why did that make our problem worse? Well, we know it's poison ivy and she just stuck her nose into it. Now Courtney's going to say something. It smells like spring. Again, using the senses. So, it smells like spring, Courtney said, as she wiped the oil off her face. So now our problem is getting worse. She has the poison ivy oil on her face. And I don't know if any of you have had poison ivy. That oil, it gets on your body and then it gets all itchy and there's a rash. So Courtney is in some serious trouble right now. So this is how my problem is getting worse. And they don't even know the problem yet. So we have to make sure our characters figure out they have poison ivy. That's my next step. So I'm going to have the feeling of happiness is going away. So Matt's smile, now they have to figure it out, went away. And why? Because they're going to figure out they have poison ivy. But I'm not going to just say Matt's smile went away because he has poison ivy. I'm going to stretch it out and really describe it. Like, what does poison ivy feel like? It's really itchy. So Matt's smile went away as he began to feel itchy. So again, I could have just said, now they are sad because they have poison ivy, but I'm going to stretch it out and really use the senses and descriptive language and details to talk about how they're feeling and what poison ivy feels like. Because this is realistic fiction. I've had poison ivy before, so I understand what it feels like, and I can describe it, and that makes better writing. So Matt's smile went away as he began to feel itchy. Now Courtney is going to notice something. Because what else do I know about poison ivy? It itches, and it also gives you a rash. So Courtney's going to see that. And she's going to talk again. So now that you have more of these tools, you should practice using them. Making your characters talk really makes for a great story. What are those red bumps? There's my question mark. Asked. She's asking. Asked Courtney. And how is she asking it? Maybe she's going to feel a little nervous now because, wait a second, Matt's smile went away. He's feeling itchy. He's scratching. What are those red bumps? Asked Courtney. Nervously, maybe. Asked Courtney nervously. Again, describing how the characters are feeling and really stretching it out. I'm making them talk, so keep up all your great writing. I am getting closer to coming up with my solution here. I'm probably going to stretch this out just a little bit more, and then I'm going to write about my solution. Again, you don't have to write as much as me. I don't expect you to. I hope you get some ideas, but definitely practice making those characters talk because it's making your writing a lot better. Thank you for watching, and watch our next writing lesson.